Mm, Computopia. Yeah, for real. Are you ready for Computopia? Mm-mm. Ready for Computopia. Computopia. Yeah. Welcome to Computopia. Welcome to a place. Oh, that you can't erase. Welcome. No, wait. Welcome to Computopia. Welcome to a place of technological oasis. Oh, it's bliss. Computopia. And also my dog right here. Just came back from the groom. Give it up for Bella Boot. You're lovely. I gave her a Banu. And then I got her so we can put the keyboard right there. HD TV right there. Spectre can stay right there. And then we had to do some arrangements on the old and new computer. Let me save on my energy. So we're about to sing the Computopia song. Yeah, it's kind of inspired today. So we got the new computer from the office, and this one has a great new camera built in. It's an HP Hewlett Packard. Yeah. What built this whole area was technology, economically speaking. You know, it was compact computers at first. So there was not a big tech sector in Texas at first. And but back in the day, you know, they had IBM and all the big players in Houston. But one of the big ones that built this North Houston area was called Compaq, which was later taken over by the outfit called Hewlett Packard from California. So they provided a lot of jobs. So you could buy houses and live the American dream and have cars and a chicken in every pot and a car in every garage. And you could have your little, you know, American dream going on, your nuclear family. You can win the game of life. Back then, I don't know, people winning the game of life these days. I don't know, in the Kamala Harris administration, not so much. But people used to be able to win the game of life. And not saying it was easy, but you could afford stuff back then, right? Computopia. Oh, Computopia. So they had this board game, and it wasn't a computer game, but they used to have these things called, you know, tabletop back in the day. There were board games like Monopoly, Milton Bradley, Candyland. They had this one game called the Game of Life, and I'll never forget it growing up because they had I remember the commercial too. It was like, "Win the game of life." So to win the game of life from the board game, you know, 1970s, 1980s standards, as a man, as a human being, I guess, in generally speaking. So here's how you won the game of life on the board game. You got a good job, and then you got married, and you had 2 kids, the nuclear family, and then you won the game of life. Boom, you won it. Yeah. All right. You bought a house and cars too. Yeah, that was it. That was part of it too. I always love that. The game of life. It's very interesting. Yeah, I mean, the reason why I don't trust the polls so much, some polls I trust for the polling for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. But I mean, you have Disney, fake news media, dishonesty news, ABC, this monster multimedia state propaganda, you know, liberal world order mess, this fake news shit, and they have a pollsters called 538, and then it tells you, it says ABC owns the polls. So it's kind of like Disney owns. They used to have this website called Rotten Tomatoes, you know, and I was going to talk about this the other day. Rotten Tomatoes was an objective, unbiased movie rating system. And so when the tomato was fresh, it was ripe. And when it was sour, when it was nasty, it was like green. Okay, it was splattered. It was Rotten Tomatoes. So you knew if the movie was fresh, it was a certain percentage above. And if the movie was rotten, it was like in the low 20s, 30s, and it'd be like a splat. It would be like a shit. And then you knew a movie was good or not. And so that's how it was objectively. But Marxism, communism, anarcho-capitalism, monopolism, well, that means you try to own all the methods of production and dissemination of information. So then you become a monster. You become evil at that point, the monopoly, the oligarchs. So it's like, how can you trust the media when they own everything, you know? So it's like, so then Disney bought out Rotten Tomatoes, the online. And so the big monster company gobbled up the little guys. And then now you don't have free or fair, any kind of objective criticism or anything like that, because Disney doesn't want its movies to fail. So it buys Rotten Tomatoes, or it pays people off. And then they say, oh, you can't trust Rotten Tomatoes anymore because they're bought and paid for. Because they sold out. Just like 538. Sold out. Oh, it's like SLC Punk. I didn't sell out, son. I bought in. I like that line. But so if I'm going to trust a poll and it says ABC Disney and they're anti-Trump, well, how can I trust the poll to be impartial, to be fair, to be objective, to be real, to report the real polls? I can't. If I want to go to Rotten Tomatoes these days and it's owned by Disney, ABC conglomerate, this monster fucking beast, well, how can I trust this beast when they own all the methods of production, all the methods, all the channels? How do I trust a monopolistic monster that eats up all the little guys and just devours them? And, you just can't. So you can't trust those kind of sources that are owned by ABC Dishonesty News. You just can't trust those sources at all. And now, I trusted Rotten Tomatoes back in the day. Yeah, they would tell me if a movie was shit, or if it was meh, or if it was good, or various shades in between. I'd say, all right, this is a nice objective website. This is good. It's an aggregate website. That it gets all the critics and it takes the audience and the customer reviews into account and all tabulates it into a big score of red, yellow, green, and love this. So after Disney took over, they had this thing called the audience score, and they had the critics score. So the critics would be like, and then the no, I'm sorry, the audience score would be, and then the critic score would be like, oh wow, this is the most Black Little Mermaid is amazing, but the public's like, huh? African Ariel is amazing? I have nothing really against it. It's just, don't lie. Everybody knows that the redhead Ariel mermaid is the best. The original Disney cartoon classic. So just don't lie. That's all. It's a very, I know that's much to ask of modern corporate monopolies and techopolies. Just don't fucking lie. That's too much to ask of the Democrats, is it? Don't be a fucking liar. Just tell the truth. That's all the public really wants. Why don't you just tell the truth? That's it. Or at least to the best of your knowledge, what the truth is. So help you God. That would be very refreshing. But instead, we're getting lies, gaslighting, bribes, skullduggery, fuckery. We're getting bullshit. So, constantly. And the American public and Western civilization itself is fucking had it up to here. It's sick of the lies. It's sick of these elites telling us what to do, and we're telling the elites to go shove it up their ass. And so that's what's happening now in America, in Western civilization. Robin Hood and his merry men are telling the sheriff of Rottingham and King George III to go fuck himself. That's what's going on right now. Baby. All right. Oh, Idaho suspect back in court. Did he really think he got a master's in criminal justice, that he was going to slaughter 4 people and then get away with it? I suppose he thought he was such a super genius. I guess Thomas Crooks thought he was such a super genius. But the super genius didn't put a scope on his gun. Whoopsie. All these super geniuses out there. All these mega minds, huh? Wow. I'm impressed at their failures. Not at all. Now remember, the rule of being a genius is, now the rule of being a real genius is only try something if you know it's going to succeed. And that it's legal. That's real genius. So, yeah. So if you're actually going to come up with a flawless plan, then make sure it is flawless and airtight. Oh, well. Not everybody thinks everything through, do they? They don't check on the legality of stuff? Oh, yeah. They don't check on the efficiency of stuff? They don't do the research? They don't do their homework? Oh, that's too bad. nothing wrong with creative experimentation. That's no big deal. Riffing, but yeah. If you're going to do something, do it right. Do it well. Do it. Abraham Lincoln used to say it, you know? If you're going to be something good. If you're going to be somebody, be good at it. Yeah, it's just basic logic. And, oh well. Not everybody thinks things through, I guess. It is what it is. Yeah. All these masterminds, half-assing it. Now, you know, it was an evil plan, September 11, 2001. It was an evil-ass plan to attack America. But it was well funded, and it was well executed, and it was unexpected, and it was also partially successful. So, I'm not advocating Osama bin Laden, but he did succeed in his, at least at first, you know, in his goals. That's all I'm saying. He succeeded with his plan. I acknowledge that it's evil plan. It's dastardly. You know, say what you will about the Japanese in World War II, but people didn't expect it. They executed it. They didn't really succeed in their entire plan in Pearl Harbor. They only they didn't take out the entire naval fleet, but they got a lot of the American naval fleet, but not enough to knock it out, not to buy them time to win the war. So. The Japanese in Pearl Harbor were hoping to take out more aircraft carriers and knock out more of the Pacific Fleet, but their data was inaccurate, you know, and some of the bigger ships they were not they weren't all stationed in one location in Pearl Harbor, so. Well, if you put all your battleships in one place, that would be what? Stupid. Yeah. Because then you'd lose your entire fleet. So that would be pretty dumb of naval intelligence, naval high command to do that. That would be suicide. That would be insane. So that means your nation would be vulnerable to defend itself, and it wouldn't be able to attack its enemies. So that would be shit. So you wouldn't want that. Yeah. So, I don't admire villains of history, but I do admire success. You know, I mean, I admire plans that are well thought out, you know. So, of course, these men and organizations are evil, but when they succeeded, whether it was, you know, Napoleon or Genghis Khan or whoever, yeah, you know, they succeeded. That's just something to say. That's just a comment on it. Yeah, nothing really. It's not admires is not the right word. Let's say intrigued. Yeah, it's a better word for it. Admire is too strong a word. It's like, I admire Genghis Khan. I admire Napoleon. I admire Alexander the Great. Well, that's a little bit different. He's more heroic. He's not really a evil conqueror. So the goal of Alexander the Great was to unite the world and to conquer all lands and all peoples and unite them into one world. So that was an admirable goal, especially for the ancient world. So it was it's looked at as not admirable now, but back then, when the world was smaller in the ancient world, it was admirable then. It was admirable when the world was a whole bunch of fighting different nations, city states, and tribes, and hordes, and barbarians. When it was really civilized, it was a very powerful and very forward-thinking thing to do. Well, what would you like to do first? Well, what would you like to do first? Let's play musical computers on Computopia. Computopia. Yeah, the calendar, tropical getaways. Oh. Hey, where's that extra $300? Oh well. Ah. Power supply. Here it is. Boom. There it is. There it is. Plug it in, plug it in. Blade. Plug it in, plug it in. The 1990s are over, man. No, I was laughing. I was playing Mega Man online, and then they had these patches where you could do sounds where your character does these taunts. And for Plug Man in the Mega Man is a Mega Man villain, one of the Robot Master bosses of Dr. Wily. If you follow that, maybe not. But from Japan, Capcom, Rockman in Japan, and so if you're a Mega Man fan, you know what I'm talking about. So, but they had this Glade plug-in commercial for air freshener, and the song was really iconic. It went plug it in, and somebody had like recorded that for the taunt in the game online, Mega Man 8-bit deathmatch online, and from Xandronum, which also is a server for Doom and Hexen and Quake and all the old school shit, and some new school shit, Minecraft and all that. So when Plug Man came on, he did his taunt. It was like plug it in, like my 1990s jingle memory. It just kicked in. Like I guess if you had like a Plant Man and he went cha 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 chia, it would have had the same nostalgic effect. Or if Mega Man fought Pizza Man and they did the taunt for the character, you press a key for the taunt and it would say like Pizza Hut making it great, Nabisco ding. Yeah, just gotta go down the line, right? Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts. That's a tight one, huh? Oh, hell yeah. I love that one. Oh, O'Reilly Auto Parts. That one's fucking dope. Alright. Let's continue. Get this laptop in here. My friend wanted to compete with me, and I don't know, I would do something, and then he would be like my little brother, and then he would just try to like, well, if you have a big toy, I got a bigger toy. But we were like in our 30s, so I was like kind of baffled. I was like, dude, we're in our 30s, Well, don't tell him that. Just you continue acting like we're back there in 4th grade. That'll be all right, I guess. But so I sent him I did on Facebook. It was like Labtopia of my laptops all set up in my room in my old apartment, and then he sent me a picture of his setup. He's like, "This is my Labtopia." I was like, "You're so funny, dude." No. I don't build stuff to really outdo other people. I'm not trying to keep up with the Joneses. I don't really care about that shit. A lot of people might care about shit like that. It's more me. I'm more of an idea man. I don't care if my motorcycle. I don't care if your motorcycle is bigger and better and the newest model of motorcycle. I don't give a fuck. I mean, kind of don't. So I care more about the concept of the motorcycle, though. I care more about the design of the motorcycle. Now that is actually the interesting part. But keeping up with the Joneses. Now the ideas are the most interesting part. The concepts, not, mine's bigger than yours. That doesn't really interest me all that much. To me, that's beneath me and juvenile and pathetic. And so. But like the great Montgomery Gentry song, you do your thing, I'll do mine. So. Dun, dun, dun. Are we ready? Oh, I was thinking, okay. It has a swivel. All the ports are in the back. Where's the Natalie port? Natalie Portman? Okay. Well, there's no Natalie port. Did Joaquin Phoenix have sex in Her? Was he like, oh, Scarlett, oh, Scarlett, oh, oh, oh. Scarlett Johansson was like, oh, Joaquin, you've been a naughty boy. Ah. I don't think that really happened in that movie, huh? Okay. Well, I'm thinking. Boing, penis. No, I like when I was high, and then I told somebody on social media I was like, I was playing the tennis racket. Did they think it was funny when I was ripped? They might have been sober, so maybe they didn't really like the tennis guitar experience. You kind of have to just be high to get that, you know. You can maybe be sober and laugh, but maybe it's not everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. That's for sure. You can't please every 8 billion motherfucker in the whole world, right? Lovingly motherfuckers. Or not so much, but. Can't please every motherfucker in the world. I mean, there's 8 billion motherfuckers. This world has 8 billion motherfuckers on it. This planet. Motherfuckers. 8 billion motherfuckers. 8 billion. 8 billion. Motherfuckers Incorporated. Ass kissers. Starfuckers Incorporated. Dick lickers. Motherfuckers. That's a good one. Okay. So what do we, so the power's on. What else do we need? Well, actually, put it this way. Oh, you know what? Before I get deep into this shit, let me, before I get balls deep into the pussy, let's, before we get balls deep into the vagina, let's, the divine fulcrum, the key to immortality. Well, the tabli is a little bit shabby. The tabli is a little bit shabby today. Put some. Need to put some lemon. Yeah. Make it lemonade. Mon ami, lemonade. Oh. It's too musty, dusty. Man, that French accent is crappy as fuck. That's what makes it funny though. I pledge to the lemony wood. Ah, oui, oui, proceeding. Bonjour. Are we proceeding well with the technology? Nice one. What's this? Mouse pad. You got a nice pad. You got a lot of nice mouse pads. Our house in the middle of a street. Our house, oh, the middle can't be beat. Our house. Madness. I love it. The music was particularly excellent during the 1980s. I agree with that. Our house was our castle and our keep. pedal won't be on all the time. Laptop, desktop, old desktop. Nice. Oh, yes, of course. HDMI connection. Another blast from the past, 1990s music. You like, you better get yourself connected. Writings on the wall. If your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall. You better get yourself connected. The writing's on the wall. If your mind's neglected, stumble you might fall. 1990s music, quite excellent. Very kind of more electronic, dancey, but still very, very excellent tunes. Very excellent jams, on many occasions. Better get yourself. Gonna do it again. Gonna do it again. Gotta go right. Don't wanna go blind. I wanna do it again. Wanna do it again. I like that part too. The whole song's really good. Hell yeah. That song is the tits. Everybody ready for the crapola, crapola. Crapupupupupala. Es necesito camalita uagi. Everybody loves that. Everybody's ready for the Carmelita. He's ready for the instant karma. Carmelot. Nah. Not really. Hey, my high school made my own mug with my name on it. But it wasn't for free, though. Wah. You got a mug with your own name on it? Well, back in 1998, when I graduated high school, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I lost my class ring, though. A thing is a thing. I was never really, I should have really watched that, but I was too busy showing off my high school ring. Hey guys, I got an emerald ring. I graduated high school. Like, no one gives a shit. But, all right. Well, that's the setting up the computers. We're gonna fire up this bad boy. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do when they compute with you? No. The men and women of the Computopia. So how do you turn this thing on, Doug? I don't know. Where do we touch it? All right. Well, we'll try to find an extra place for this keyboard. But, what's going on here? What's going on, down? Don't break it. Oh, shit. not it. No. So. There we go. Is that it? Backside? The backside. Oh yeah. Huh? Let's check it out. No, that's the disk drive. What? Okay. Fascinating. Where's the button? That's the CD. That's the DVD and shit. Where's the? Oh, there it is. There's the power right there. Woo! Oh, there it is. Sweet. Oh, I just turned it off, fool. Okay, one touch. Activated. We have activation. Liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. Taking astronauts to Mars. We have liftoff, Houston. See what's on here. HP Pavilion All-in-One, the centerpiece of your modern family. Awesome. I wonder how the tunes on this thing are. Got a nice camera up there. Cool. I guess the National Security Agency can take more shots of your butt cheeks, my butt cheeks. Let me put that on their data file right there. Scott Wheeler's butt cheeks. It'll be their most intriguing file, I think. Most intriguing information file. Scott Wheeler changes his underwear. It's on that national intelligence list, you know, the National Security Agency list. Those files. I'm sure the guys in that program, they spend more time looking at 25-year-old blonde with green eyes, big knockers, changes clothes. They're probably looking at that one a lot more. So. Edward Snowden, NSA contractor, Booz Hamilton. That's funny that the company's called Booz Hamilton, isn't it? Be like called like Drugs Hamilton, Weed Hamilton. I want you to work for Pot Hamilton, son. Pretty funny, in a way. Booze. Booze. Yeah. Drunk. Alcohol. Hooch. Moonshine. all that. It's funny. All right. How did the Kennedy family become so prominent? In the Great Depression, there were bootleggers. Kennedy Sr., they were alcohol, rum runners. Dun, dun, dun. That's how they made their fortune. So, yeah, the Kennedys supplied the booze. Okay, it's updating the computer. Yeah. Do I look down on the rum runners, on the booze? Well, in a Great Depression, you got to make money whatever way you can. And so, no, I just look at them as opportunists. I don't think the Kennedys killed people, except for Chadwick. But I'm talking about, I don't think the Kennedys normally kill people, not like Al Capone during Prohibition, but they were bootleggers, rum runners. They were making money. It was a business. So there was federal prohibition of alcohol in the United States, and then a lot of people said, nope, that's not happening. Oh. Getting the windows ready, it says. Well, Bella, the bed is ready for you now. So. Yeah, the Supreme Court blocked the Crapola Harris. Yeah. The Biden-Harris student loan forgiveness plan. Why did they block it on unconstitutional grounds? Well, almost everything the Biden-Harris administration has done in the United States is unconstitutional and illegal. Almost every single thing they try. And the student loan bailout forgiveness program is very irresponsible. And also, it's unfair for Americans that are doing blue collar and other forms of work to pay for, liberal arts degrees in a college if students are learning useless skills. So, Yeah, it's not free money, in other words. Yeah. So why did Biden-Harris try to get through an audacious student loan forgiveness bailout plan? To buy votes. It's bribing, hiding, lying, gaslighting, plagiarizing Biden. Yeah. So what you do is you bribe the citizenry with stuff, and then you hope they vote for you. Yeah. So they're trying to lock down that youth vote who are going to college and starting out. So with limited, especially those with limited resources, right? It's not everybody's a trust fund baby. One guy gets, his grandmother dies and leaves him $600,000 to go to Yale or Harvard, and then some people have to work for it. So the majority of people have to, work the 3 jobs at the busting tables and bartending and shit, right? Okay. So you got one guy or a few guys and girls that have the 800,000 to go to college and to go to Harvard and stuff like that. Then you got the guy who's got to work a whole bunch of jobs to get to Harvard. So those are different kind of, like the J.D. Vances of the world. Don't have a trust fund. They have zip to start out with. So basically, a student loan forgiveness bailout wouldn't be free. You can't just wave a magic wand and make stuff free. So. Yeah. So the Supreme Court has to strike down most of what Biden and Harris's administration are attempting and the Democrat Party are attempting, because usually everything they attempt is a power grab and illegal and unconstitutional. And so the Supreme Court is the guardians, the justices of what is constitutional in America, what is fair. So they have to strike down almost 95% of what Biden and Harris are doing, and the Democrat Party in general. So. Da, da, da. Well, now as far as like conservatives, Trump supporters, 75 million strong. For conservatives, Republicans, independents that go to Trump, and so on. Now, don't underestimate Skamala and Shamala. Okay, she's got, Mark Zuckerberg says he's not going to donate to the Democrat Party this time, or to Trump, that he's going to stay out of politics this time. So he says he's not going to donate $400 million like he did to the Biden-Harris campaign in 2020. So he says he's not going to do that. Look at that. Okay. Elon Musk is donating $45 million per month to the Trump campaign. Super tech tycoon billionaire. And so RFK Jr. of the Kennedy clan, although exiled, is a quite powerful figure. The son of Bobby Kennedy, who was assassinated back in the late 60s by Sirhan Sirhan. Yeah. So even though the Kennedy clan has pledged their allegiance to the Biden-Harris ticket and to the Democrat Party, still, Robert RFK Jr. is still a powerful figure in American politics. So. I find it amusing that RFK Jr. is married to Cheryl Hines, who was on the hit show Curb Your Enthusiasm, which was a vehicle for Larry David, who created Seinfeld with Jerry Seinfeld, and he is an ardent Trump hater. So I do find that very amusing. Yeah, it's like RFK Jr., Cheryl Hines, they support Trump, and they're married. And Larry David hates Trump, and he's a. That's pretty funny. There are hilarious ironies and idiosyncrasies in American business and politics and money. There's a lot of hilarious things about it. So if you know where to look. Oh. Let's see here. That's beautiful. Beautiful work. Yeah, I know. I worked on that. Let's see here. Tonight is Scotty's spaghetti. So we got the beef, traditional sauce. Where's the beef? Well, tonight it's here. Oh yeah, in more ways than one. Who? Oh. So you haven't seen Joe Biden that much in his last 4 to 5 months. Is this kind of embarrassing when we get so old that we're like, arr? It's kind of funny in a way, like in a sadistic way, but it's mostly sad, right? When we become so old that we're like, arr. I mean, but nobody wants to die. So we have to either die or go, arr. So those are our two choices. I mean, either die, you could be like Mitch Hedberg, die earlier. You could die earlier. Or we just go, in the wheelchair, and that's our final days. So not much of a choice there with the whole aging process thing. So you either live long and prosper and healthy, or we don't. But maybe they get Joe Biden on some Adderall, some methamphetamines, and occasionally they roll them out to support Kamala and go, Jibberwocky, Jabberwocky, Snickerdoggin. And it'll be kind of funny and stuff a little bit, and then it'll be kind of sad, and then we'll go, oh, well, that was depressing. Thanks for that. AT double hockey sticks, bingadongy. And we'll, I guess, be amazed by it. We'll be like, wow, that's some pretty advanced dementia right there. Now, don't underestimate Kamala, because she's all smiles. She's all pomp and circumstance, but no substance. She's a flip-flopper. She's a scam. She promises Americans a better life when she's been the vice president for the last 3.5 years. So, not very smart that people vote for her, but they have the freedom to. So, if you want to ruin America, you can vote for Kamala, Shamala, Skamala, as Skamala, or communism, Kamalaism, or you could be smart and not do that. And the free stuff Biden Harris are promising everybody isn't coming through anyway. So, have you ever had that, boss that promises you stuff like a politician, like the Democrats do, and they're like, Scott, you know what, Billy? If I'm thinking if you put in just a little bit more work this year, I'm thinking you'll get a promotion. And then you're like, okay, you put in a little bit more work, you get fooled. And then they're like, and then you come up to your boss and you're like, hey, yeah, you were talking about the promotion, to the executive position. And then they're like, well, things are tight right now, Billy. We can't do that for you. What we're going to do for you, Billy boy? We're I'm gonna put in the good word down at corporate headquarters. I'll tell you what, Billy boy, you've been doing such a fine job for the company. What an exquisite employee you are. I'm going to put in the word for you next year. And you're like, so it's like Uncle Owen, you keep applying to the Jedi Academy, to the Rebel Alliance Academy, to the X-Wing Academy, and then Uncle Owen is like, sorry, boy, I need you working on the crops. And you're like, shit. Because you want to go off to Rebel Alliance X-Wing, you want to go off to Star Academy, but your uncle won't let you. So it's the same old bullshit. So Biden-Harris administration, they keep... You want to join Rogue Squadron, but they won't let you. And so the Biden-Harris administration is the same. They keep doing empty promises to people, like the boss that promises you, like the family member that promises you're going to get, $100,000 in the inheritance or something. It's just like somebody who's just full of shit. They keep promising you the moon and the stars, but they never deliver. Because they can't. Because they're full of shit. They keep on telling you, they keep on fooling people into thinking that they're going to get something out of it if you vote for Harris Waltz. You're not going to get shit. You're just going to get ruined or laid off, unemployed, or the dollar is going to crash, and you're just going to go deeper into debt, and Wall Street will do better, and the elites and the big tech, the bi-coastal elites are going to do better, and the oligarchs and the heads of the monopolies. But everybody else is going to fall behind, financially speaking, economically speaking. So, yeah, I know they say work harder every year, do more, and you'll be more prosperous. I know. That's the old line, right? We're going to give you stuff if you just vote for us. We're going to give you free shit. Well, there's an old saying that there's no such thing as a free lunch. And Bidenflation, the Biden-Harris economy has ruined Main Street. It's ruined the working class, the poor class, and it's ruining the middle class. And not only is it ruining the middle class and the upper middle class through out-of-control living costs, unsustainable economic policies, ruinous policies, unfettered illegal immigration, all of these things. But, yeah. Yeah, some people might say, well, the stock market's up today. Yeah, but it could be down 500 back tomorrow, or 800, or 1,000. The illegal immigration, 10 to 12 million illegal aliens. Yeah, horrible. So the stock market is for the rich who have money, right? That are invested in the stock market. It's not average citizens necessarily. So it reflects Wall Street, not so much Main Street. Venezuelan Venezuelan gangs taking over Colorado apartments. Look at this craziness. So this is the Kamala Harris experience right here. This is America's future, getting illegal aliens from foreign nations, foreign gangs, taking over our cities and neighborhoods and apartments. Oh. Looks like they're bringing it down Venezuelan gang style, huh? Aurora, Colorado. Oh, wow. They're taking over apartment complex by apartment complex? Holy shit. Well, where's the cleanup crew? The deportation crew. Holy fuck! So that's the Kamala Harris, Biden Harris experience, the Harris Waltz experience of foreigners taking over your apartment buildings and Venezuelan drug gangs. That's the communist, Marxist, leftist experience, and it's coming to a neighborhood near you. And if you elect Kamala Harris, if American citizens don't smell the coffee, wake up. But that's it with Computopia and talking about how bad Kamala Harris, Scamala, Crapala. I call her Crapala is more apt. So the sun's coming out a little bit, so we'll try to get a more sunny disposition, except all the bad news that Biden and Harris always bring. And so consistently, like shit. And so God bless and best of success. Trump, Vance, 2024. Make America great again. Peace.